We're almost at the bottom of the hour. I'm Andrew Kraft. I want to get into more of these top headlines here. I want to show you this shot there of downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, that community reeling tonight in what has been a horrible and tragic day for law enforcement. We're now learning that a fourth law enforcement officer succumbed to their injuries tonight. That is the latest update that we have here. I want to put up some of these tweets that confirm it. Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department News says this: Officer Joshua Iyer has passed away tonight from his injuries after being shot in the line of duty this afternoon while assisting other officers with the apprehension of a suspect. Officer Iyer faithfully served the CMPD's North Tryon Division for 6 years, and you see there end of watch for Officer Iyer. Remember earlier, as we've been recounting this story and letting you know this story, we brought you the news that 3 officers on a U.S. Marshals task force serving a warrant for a felon wanted for possessing a firearm were killed. We now know that a 4th officer injured in this succumbed to their injuries. Mayor Vi Lyles of Charlotte says this: we're deeply saddened by the tragic loss of Joshua Michael Iyer, who was a loved member of our city family, who dedicated his life to serving our community. My heart breaks for his loved ones, CMPD, and the entire city of Charlotte during this incredibly difficult time here. Let's get a rundown as well very soon here. Mayor Lyles going on to say, I ask that all Charlottians join me in uplifting the grieving families, CMPD, and our entire law enforcement community here. So we're going to get a rundown and an update and a summary of how this all transpired today. But as we are now at the bottom of the hour here, 7:30 on the West Coast, 10:30 there in Charlotte, North Carolina. That is the breaking news we are bringing you right now, that a 4th law enforcement officer who responded to this today has succumbed to their injuries. We also know the president was briefed on the shooting as well in North Carolina, in which these multiple law enforcement officers were killed. He also spoke to Governor Roy Cooper on the phone. He expressed his condolences and support for the community. The White House also says, in addition, senior White House officials are in touch with federal, state, and local officials. Fox News correspondent Bill Malugin says this: 4 members of law enforcement have now died as a result of a shootout with armed suspects while serving a fugitive warrant in Charlotte today. RIP. Sadly, has to be one of the deadliest days for law enforcement, city's history there. We also know President Biden will be traveling to Wilmington, North Carolina on Thursday. No doubt he'll be meeting, most likely, and speaking with some of the law enforcement officers who were involved in this horrible, tragic incident today. Let's get you up to speed on this story.